I want to talk to you about the latest side hustle and gig app changes because a lot's been going on here. And I feel like if you either don't have the time to catch up on all of this, this is going to be a good summary video for you on the latest changes across not only one app, but different apps and different niches. Why? Because you need to understand, hey, what app is best for me? What niche is best for me? And if you don't even know what's going on in the gig economy, you're not going to know which option is best for you. So let's look at this today. Now, this is directly from our newsletter at yourdrivermight.com/newsletter. You can sign up and get this for free. And I want to go over this with you because there's 6 big changes that have been going on just in the last 30 days here to help you understand what might be best for you. So number one, the first big change was DoorDash announcing round trip offers. So what I'm going to do, let me show you these round trip offers. Let's get some more details on this to see if this is something that you might be interested in. So change number one, let me know if this is something that you might want to do as a, in this case, DoorDash Dasher. So DoorDash came out with another offer type for you. We talk about offer types, and we just talked about earlier this morning the Dasher tasks, which is a non-delivery. It's an assignment that doesn't even require pickup or delivery. That's Dasher tasks. But this round trip deliveries, it would enable you to do a pickup and then going to a drop off, dropping off that item, collecting payments for that item. It's going to be a cash or a check. That's what DoorDash says in this case, but cash, typically you would imagine here. And then you return that cash payment to that initial location. Now, this is not going to be a breakdown of each and every one of these assignments, these new features today. I just want to get this info to you quickly here. We have live streams, replays, if you want to watch a more in-depth breakdown of anything that we're talking about basically today. And the discussion around round trip offers was, okay, if I'm going to get higher pay, which is not guaranteed, obviously, and I'm going to make a pickup, I'm going to get, an item, whatever it is basically, it's courier work, and I'm going to go to a business, collect cash, and come back. Isn't that like kind of a next level cash on delivery? If you're a DoorDash Dasher and you're delivering like food, I've done this. I've done a cash on delivery, and you're going to get cash and then drive back to the location. Now, pros and cons here. The pro is it might be higher paying. Pro, it's sending me back to my initial location, which could be good if I like that initial location. Con, I'm handling cash. Now, I said when this first was announced, handling cash on delivery, I've done that, or this is brand new, this round trip rather, not retail, round trip offers. Do you have any concerns about carrying cash though? And I imagine on round trip, you might carry more cash. To be frank with you, than some of these other offerings, even cash on delivery. So update number 2 here, going back to our newsletter. We'd love to have you a part of the team here. My name is Mike. All I do is help you make money in different side hustles. I started my gig work in 2015. If you don't know my story, I was sitting around living in Shady Side here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Uber and Lyft were kind of new. They've been around for a little bit, and I found myself, sitting around on the weekends, for my customer service job. And if I did go out, I was spending money, but I certainly wasn't making money if I was going out or if I was just sitting around hanging out. So that's how I got into gig work. And now I just help you make money here. So the second announcement, this missing item photos as a DoorDash Dasher. So missing item photos, you can imagine if you're making a contactless delivery and the company says that you're not taking enough confirmation pictures. So, hey, I'm trying to take confirmation pictures, and you'll get a notification that says, well, 30+% of your contactless deliveries, which are supposed to have confirmation pictures, do not. And that's literally what my account got on DoorDash. So in these newsletters, In this case, I linked out to that replay of that live stream that we did, breaking down missing item photos. Again, feel free to watch that live replay. You can click on the live tab on the home screen. And then thirdly, there pertaining to DoorDash, the Dasher item audits was a newer feature that asked you as the Dasher, and I had this as well. So I'm living it here, folks. I had this too. To audit, literally, this is what I call it, is audit the items on your order. So it will give you directive to go to the staff. It says on your Dasher app, ask staff to open a sealed bag to confirm the items inside. Obviously, the discussion around that was like, well, these restaurants know what they're doing, right? They do this every single day, a lot of them for years. And now you're having a delivery driver say, oh, open that sealed bag to confirm, the items inside. That was, as you can imagine, had a lot of thoughts behind that. Announcement number 2. Uber changes their rewards enrollment. So they have this Uber Pro, you get points, you get rewards programs, to Uber Eats Pro, specifically, as the name implies, for Uber Eats only, for couriers there. And they announced this preferred deliveries program. Now, if you're familiar with Dasher Rewards, which is in part based on acceptance rating, then you'll have an idea of what this is. So this is the preferred deliveries program. Now, what's important about this is, well, number one, it is almost exactly like a carbon copy of Dasher Rewards. So you need that 50% acceptance rate and then 70% acceptance rate to go through the rewards tiers to get, it's exactly the same thing, to get the priority access to higher paying offers. Okay, that's number one. But if you're in these marketplaces to start, there's only 11 marketplaces right now. So I fully anticipate this is going to expand in 2025. We're only in 11, but some of these are pretty big marketplaces. In Pittsburgh, here in Pittsburgh, I have this. So if you're not subscribed, stay tuned. I'm going for preferred deliveries. Now, same thing as Dasher Rewards, like I mentioned. You get the access to higher paying offers. Now, you only need 30% and 50% respectively to get this initial wave in November. And then that changes to what you know about on Dasher Rewards in December. It's going to mirror Dasher Rewards with that 50, 70, and 70 acceptance rating threshold. So I want you to be aware of that. And again, folks, I'm pulling this from my newsletter, yourdrivermike.com/newsletter. Get that for free and have that sent to your inbox. You can read this stuff in minutes. Our third announcement, DeliverThat removing I'll say controversial tip pooling policy. So let me show you what's going on with DeliverThat. If you don't know what DeliverThat is, you should. It's a catering side hustle gig app. Not necessarily like just DeliverThat, but you should know about catering side hustles. Why? Because the basket size, just how much customers are spending, it might be higher on catering options. So you're going to want to have that option. So on catering options, like DeliverThat, they had a tip polling policy where the assignments that you took in conjunction with third-party Easy Cater, if you took those Easy Cater runs, all of the tips from Easy Cater runs would be split and pooled among those DeliverThat drivers. Now, they just changed, you can see here about a month ago, to a flat gratuity based on the size of the offer. Now, we can see it down here. Here is your base gratuity based on those Easy Cater runs. Why does this matter to you? Number one, if you don't drive for DeliverThat, consider it. None of these apps are sponsored, are affiliated through sponsorships on this channel. So I try to give you a neutral stance here. It's not just DeliverThat. I want you to look at any catering side hustle. Zifty, Skipcart does some. Delivered, there we go, DLIVRD. I feel like there's one more. DeliverThat, Delivered, Zifty, Skip Carts. You get the point. Local and regional options as well. Okay, so if I'm getting like a $350 basket size, that's how much the customer is ordering, which is a very common amount. That $300 to $700 price point is pretty common, even $700 to $1,000. I think once you get to $1,000 plus, you're talking a pretty big office event, what have you. So there's your minimum base gratuity. Now, with this, why it matters is if you've driven for DeliverThat, this is kind of contentious as well, because a lot of drivers, while it initially seemed like a good thing, like, hey, if there's a lot of easy cater DeliverThat drivers out there and they're pulling those tips, I might not get a high tip. Maybe I'm doing a $350, catering run. And I mean, geez, 10% of that would be a great tip, like $35. But if I'm getting pulled, my tips are getting split, I might get less than $35 on that offer. But it's contentious because a lot of drivers were saying, well, okay, look at this right here. Let's look at this again. A $350 basket size would put me at a minimum gratuity of $20. So I'm getting less pay. Now, here's what I would say. That is the minimum gratuity. Now you can see here, it says drivers will only receive base gratuity. Let me show you. Base gratuity on EasyCater orders without pre-delivery gratuity determined. So if a customer is not pre-tipping, they're not putting in a tip ahead of time, this is what it defaults to. Now, again, you can look at the live stream replay on this. You can check out their support page for DeliverThat here. And here's the actual article title if you want to look at it. I just want to make sure that if the customer is adding a higher tip, if they're pre-tipping more than the 25 minimum or whatever it was, or if they're adding a post-delivery tip, which I feel like a lot of catering assignments will do, post-delivery, then I'm getting that amount. So don't give me less if they're tipping more post-delivery. Now, our next update here, this is update number 4, again from our newsletter. DoorDash launching exclusive Lyft partnership for Dash Pass members. So with DoorDash, let's go over this announcement and the partnership with Lyft. So DoorDash and Lyft partner to unlock exclusive benefits. Dash Pass membership now includes discounted Lyft rides and free priority pickup upgrades. And then on the other side, Lyft riders to receive a free 3-month Dash Pass. Dash Pass is just DoorDash's monthly membership program. It helps you save money on delivery fees and stuff like that. Why does this matter if you're a DoorDash Dasher? So again, look, this exclusive partnership that was just announced less than a month ago at the time of filming this video, Dash Pass memberships. So if you are on that subscription model with DoorDash, you now get discounted Lyft rides and free priority pickup. Okay. Now, if you're a Lyft user, you get free 3-month Dash Pass trial. Why does this matter to you? So that second part here, let's pay attention to this. Lyft riders to receive a free 3-month Dash Pass. Now, I listen to these companies' quarterly earnings calls, specifically Uber and DoorDash. That's kind of our focus here in the delivery space, at least. And every time, probably for the last 8 quarters, 2 years, they're talking about their subscription offerings. It is Dash Pass and Uber One. Now, respectively, they're talking about where do new customers come from? And especially now going into 2025, both companies, by the way, are saying more so than ever, new membership customers are finding their companies, DoorDash and Uber in this case, on different verticals, other than, let's say, rideshare for Uber, and other than food delivery for DoorDash. Maybe they'll find DoorDash on a alcohol run, or I need to do groceries, I'm placing a grocery order and then they join for food delivery, let's say. So kind of tangentially here, that's if a Lyft rider, if their first impression of using DoorDash is as a Lyft rider, that is a newly sourced customer for DoorDash, obviously. Okay, I'm taking a Lyft ride. Oh, I get a 3-month free trial of DoorDash Dash Pass. For whatever reason, I typically don't do food delivery. I typically whatever. I tried another platform. It didn't work out for me. So the goal here is to get more customers, hopefully more order volume. And what does both of those do in conjunction? More customers, ordering more means more offers for you, in this case, as a DoorDash Dasher. Our next announcement here, sticking to the Lyft company here. I'll take your Q&As after this, folks. I want to make sure you get the info. I appreciate the super sticker from our moderator and or girlfriend and team member, Rahima. Thank you so much. Now check this out, folks. Speaking of Lyft, if you're a Lyft driver, you just have improved navigation. This was just announced a couple of weeks ago. Lyft improving their driver navigation. Let's take a look here. More routes for your ride. Pick your preferred route to your destination. Now listen, I've done both Uber and Lyft. That's where I started with. I started with rideshare. When you're driving, to have the flexibility to pick, it's funny, which way you want to go, basically. You're picking which way I want to go, which route is best for me. If you're not familiar with your city, and you're concerned about your ETAs, like getting there on time, because these apps, in rideshare as well, and delivery, they're tracking you, then to have the option there to choose, okay, that's helpful. Turn-by-turn directions, nothing surprising there. Maybe a little bit of a cleanup there. Smoother pickups and drop-offs, riders' live location and building destination on the map. Now, we've had that for some time, just live locations. You can turn that on both rideshare and food delivery, by the way. So you can opt in to share your live location so drivers or couriers can find you easier here. But it looks like we're making some improvements. We have some integration with CarPlay, Android Auto, bus and bike lane notifications, etc. You get the point here. So I feel like when it comes to navigation, I remember when Amazon Flex improved their in-app navigation, it seems like not as substantial, but you'll find as a driver, especially in rideshare, it is focused on the drive. I'm in that vehicle. I am focused on the routing. Yeah, customer service. You have someone in the vehicle, but I think, nowadays most people understand it's not like 2012 when you had to have that fake convo or whatever you want to think about it, and then the over-the-top customer service, right? It's kind of settled in there on the customer driver aspect. So for you as a driver, it's routing and making sure that routing is clean there. And then lastly, look at this. Let's go back to DoorDash. If you are a DoorDash Dasher, this is going to be an interesting one. And again, folks, sign up for this newsletter. It's free. It's yourdrivermike.com/newsletter. So you can get this sent to your inbox at least once a month, just pure substance there, just getting you the latest side hustle news like this, as well as some, from time to time, some exclusive offers and discounts from our channel partners, which is nice. Save some money there. Now look at this. Starbucks launches delivery option in-app powered by DoorDash. And you're thinking like, well, what does that really mean? Where's the substance there? So take a look at this. Starbucks app gets a delivery boost from DoorDash. Starbucks app launches delivery powered by DoorDash across the US and Canada. So this is a similar thing that I mentioned with their Lyft partnership. Anything, think about just different sticks in the fire. I'm making marshmallows. I got different sticks in the fire. I'm making a bunch of marshmallows, and I have more and more volume, more and more choice there, and I'll be ready to go in seconds. So think about this. more sticks in the fire. In this case, we're not making s'mores, we're generating new clients, right? New customer leads, more Dash Pass, hopefully members there. Dash Pass members spend like 2 to 3 times as much as non-subscribers here. So DoorDash already has a foothold with Starbucks offerings. So if they're going to offer delivery natively in the app, because, funny enough, we always think, well, consumer behavior is one way, but there's whole demographics and cohorts that behave differently than we might think. What I mean by that is, okay, I'm using the Starbucks app, I'm making my order, and I never think about DoorDash. I never think about, delivery. I just get my coffee, right? But, we get busy, things pop up, and I've never been one to download those apps. It seems like a pain. They charge you so much extra money. Now, in my Starbucks app natively, and I use this, I just saw this the other day, it says pick up and it says delivery next to it up top. So any place where we have, going back to our analogy here, more sticks in the fire and potentially more customers, goes back to the same thing with Lyft, more potential orders for you as a Dasher. So which one of these stands out most to you? There's some good improvements here, and it's always going to be kind of step up improvements. It's not always like, hey, we completely revamped our app. We have a completely different third of our business, a completely different new leg of our business model. So you'll have that. But let me know which one of these stands out to you.